We're Constantine and Samantha James, and we love to travel any chance we get.
One of the things that we've discovered during our adventures is that there are some amazing destinations that lie off the beaten path. So come get lost with us as we discover the road less traveled and find the hidden gems that don't show up in the tour books.
Today we're visiting Berkeley County, West Virginia. This area is just a short drive from Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania.
We've learned the best way to get a feel for any area is to stop at the local Visitors Bureau, where we spoke with Todd Funkhauser and Mark Jordan of the local CVB.
How did Martinsburg get its start?
As people discovered the free land, they discovered the immense sources of water, and it was agricultural. I think at some point along the history of time, we were the #1 apple producer in the United States.
So that explains why you have the Apple Festival.
It was a world event. The apple harvest event back in the late 1920s, 1930s brought people from Brazil, from South America, Central America, Europe, you name it. The parade would draw between 25 to 35,000 spectators.
Wow.
So it was the event, and that was because there were people here patenting apples. You know, the Golden Delicious, Gold Miller, he was a pioneer in the orcharding industry.
What role did Martinsburg play in the Civil War?
The Northern's persistence at controlling the railroad really put a strategic pressure on the destruction of the roundhouse.
The roundhouse, gotcha.
And so Jackson had no choice. He you know, for the sake of his fight, he had to destroy a beautiful structure. It was a beautiful wooden roundhouse.
Wow.
Wow.
That's great, Mark. We've learned so much about the local history and what's happened and transpired here over the years, but what is there to do today?
We have lots of really eclectic shops downtown. And when you get out to the county, there's really great farm to markets, where in the city you have farmers markets. They come into the city, they actually set things up. There you get to go to where they actually produce and they actually pick the crops. Some of the farmers markets during the seasonal time, you can go pick your own cherries, your own apples, peaches, whatever you want to do. And one in particular, called Orr's Farmers Market. They actually have menagerie of animals, bison, llamas for the kids. So there's a great family activity. And if you like to do outdoors activities, there's lots of hiking. We have a mountain lake that's set right on top of the mountain. It's in Sleepy Creek. And aside that, there's Tuscarora Trail, which is an offshoot of the Appalachian Trail itself. So there's lots of outdoors things to do, and just depends on what you like to do.
So, is there anything that the two of us can get into that's interactive, maybe outdoors?
If you like treasure hunts or things like that, we've developed with a partner here who lives here in Berkeley County. It's called Geocaching. It's a huge thing to do around the world. What it is you take geo coordinates and you plot them and you go to a cache, you try to solve it. It's sort of like internet treasure hunt. It's very interesting. It's a good family activity. We've had people come in from around the world. We've had people come from England, Sweden, all over the place. Come to Berkeley County because of our geocaching trails. And actually, as of the last 2 years, Berkeley County has been the #1 favored county for geocaching in the country. So a lot of people come here from across the country, across the world. I think you really need to do it.
Our first stop was at Orr's Farmers Market, where we shopped local. We found some amazing honey, fresh apples, and apple cider donuts to die for. Then we were introduced to geocaching. Hey guys, we are here at the beautiful Orr's Farm Market. There's so much to see, so much to do, and so much to eat. And we ran into West Virginia Tim. He's one of the top geocachers in the world, and he's going to show us how to get some geocaching done.
Tim, tell us a little bit about geocaching.
Well, geocaching it's a treasure hunt, and what geocache hiders do is they go out and they hide something, and they post the coordinates on the internet on geocaching.com, and then your job is to go out and try to find it.
Wow, this is a international phenomenon, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think there are over 2 million geocaches in the world.
Wow.
And 6 million people do this.
That's amazing.
Ah.
And it's fun. It's fun for everyone. Yeah, you know, because if you're a little guy, this is a typical geocache. And when you open it up, you know, look inside. There's all kinds of treasures. Okay, we call them treasures. My grandkids call these treasures. I call it trinkets and trash. But kids love finding it. But if you're an adult, you can make a really tough hide, and it's fun for them too. So it's kind of fun for everybody.
How could you get into it? Like, was there an app? Is there a GPS system? I mean, how's it work?
Oh, it's really changed, because a couple years ago you had to have a GPS, but now everybody's got a smartphone. So with a smartphone, there's free apps available, and all you have to do is download the app and hit the button and find a geocache near you, and you can go geocaching. And the membership at geocaching.com is free, and the app's free.
Nice.
Great. So you can geocache just about anywhere. Why come to Berkeley County to geocache?
Well, that's a good question. You want to come here because we have some very unique geocaches, and people come from literally all over the world to geocache here. And we've had visitors from nearly 40 states and over 20 countries.
Wow.
Wow.
So why? Well, I tell you what, instead of me trying to explain it to you, why don't we let you all go geocaching?
Nice.
Sounds
In
great.
fact, right here on the app, it says we're only 80 feet away from one. So why don't we let you all go try to find your first geocache?
That sounds so
Sounds
far.
awesome.
I don't know if I can make it. Are you
Okay,
carrying me?
here you are, 80 feet away.
All right, let's get this done. Let's go get lost.
Let's go.
Awesome. Thanks, Tim.
Looks like we're about 50 feet away.
Are we heading the right direction?
We are.
Okay, you are about to find your first geocache.
Nice.
Hey guys, it looks like we're about 10 feet away. So
We're really close.
there's a birdhouse here. Is this the geocache?
That's the geocache.
All right.
All right, now we have to, from what you've told us, we have to find a piece of paper that we have to sign now.
Now you're looking for a log.
Okay.
So all you've got to do is sign the log.
Okay.
So you guys
Great.
go to it.
All
Sign,
right.
sign the piece of paper.
All right.
Let's do some searching. Oh,
I think I found, oh, there's marbles. How about the other side? Does it come off? There's more
there's
marbles.
another marble.
Huh.
So you found marbles, huh?
Marbles, yeah.
Well, there's marbles all over the outside too.
Can these come off?
So you're looking for a piece of paper.
Piece of paper. Are they on this side too?
Yeah.
The marbles? Oh wait, these marbles here, if I push them through, can I get in there?
Yeah. Oh wait, a marble comes out. Hey, put a marble in.
No. Huh.
Y'all not very good at this, are you? You're really lost.
You tricked us, man. I'm confused.
Well, I told you geocaching in Berkeley County is a unique.
It's
It
unique,
sure
huh?
is.
All right. Let's see.
And I hate to give you the bad news, this is a really easy one.
Well, thanks for making us look intelligent.
Come on now, you all figure that out. Where's the piece of paper at?
Where's the piece of paper? I don't know, hon. What do you think?
You told me not to give you any clues. So where would you, what makes that birdhouse unique?
Well, the marble is coming through one side, so I feel like if we keep pushing them down through until the
that's
marbles came out.
That's a good idea. Why don't you try that?
Oh, I need that one too. Let's keep pushing them through here.
Here we go.
Also, what are you doing? You're taking marbles from one side,
Putting
and
them
you're
in the
putting
other.
it in the other. Well, that's a good idea. You think that'll work?
I hope so. Up. I think I found our.
Look at that! Congratulations! You just found your first geocache.
See, we're not as smart as he makes us out to be.
Look, and there's a piece of paper in there. So now all we've got to do is get a piece of paper and you sign your name and you've just found your
Nice.
first geocache.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much. man.
Congratulations,
Absolutely.
guys.
Thanks so much, Tim.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll be with you shortly. Thanks.
Watching my husband fail at geocaching made us both hungry. So we stopped for a bite at Cider Press Deli and Grill, located at Taylor's, another great local farm market. Hey guys, we're here at the Cider Press Deli and Grill inside of the Taylor's Farm Market in Inwood, West Virginia.
All right, we just got done eating, and the owner was gracious enough to come and sit down with us and tell us a little bit about his business and how he got into it. Ryan, thanks for sitting with us.
Hey, thanks for having me. How was your food?
It was amazing.
Good. Yeah, to tell you a little bit about the Cider Press and Taylor's Farm Market, my family, we've been around, my dad's a lifelong farmer here in Berkeley County. We farm around 1,350 acres of mainly row crops. We do have around 300 acres of apples and peaches. We're in the midst of our apple harvest season right now, getting the fruit picked. And about 3 years ago, we decided to jump into the venture of having a farm market. This whole complex is owned by the West Virginia Department of Ag. There's a cold storage on site for us to store our fruit, and that holds roughly around 85,000 bushel.
So Ryan, you had the farmer's market here to begin with, and then you had this extra space, and it was your idea to start the restaurant?
Yes, you know, if my dad was here, he would tell you he wanted to have a picnic table and a ham sandwich and a Pepsi in here. And one thing led to another, and next thing you know, we have a 90-seat restaurant. Wow. And it's been, I never thought when the first day we opened that we would fill this place, and we do. And you know, since day one, it's been a blessing. You know, the community's been behind us. You know, we get word of mouth is our best friend. We get a lot of people traveling from Northern Virginia, Maryland, 81 traffic. We have a hotel up the street that refers a lot of guests here in the evenings to our place.
Great.
That's great.
That's great.
Well, it really was delicious.
Yeah, it really was.
Everything.
Awesome.
Good. No, but it's been a good thing. We have a good team here. Our chef Sean, we just came out with a new menu about 6 or 7 months ago. So.
Can we meet Sean?
Yeah, Sean's here.
Awesome.
Great.
Let's bring him out here. Let's
Yeah.
pick his brain a little bit.
All right, good.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We are still at the Cider Press Deli and Grill in Inwood, West Virginia, and we have Chef Sean Cox who's going to sit down with us, go over the menu and how they make the magic here. Chef Sean, thanks for coming on the show.
Not a problem. How you guys doing today?
Doing
I understand
awesome.
you had lunch.
It was awesome.
It was delicious.
Yeah, it was really good.
All right.
It was really good. So tell us a little bit about the farm to table movement and how you got into it.
Well, the importance of fresh food to me is one of the key standpoints of cooking. I think that the more fresh ingredients you can incorporate into your food, the better the flavors come out, the better the heart and the meal comes out. Farm to table is seasonal, so you do end up with changing of the menu. I mean, the crops dictate what you can do. So that keeps everything quite interesting. You know, you have to be able to shimmy and shake back and forth every couple of months and make sure that what you are doing does incorporate the freshest, and in my mind, the most local products that you can get. I think that local is important because not only are you trying to increase people's knowledge about what they should be putting in their body or what is good for them rather than the chain restaurants, but it also increases, you know, jobs, increases the amount of produce that's actually manufactured in the area. I mean, the more demand that we have, the more variety that we'll get because, you know, if we have a demand for that product and they increase the growth, then we have more variety to mess around with.
To offer, yeah,
great.
that's great.
So what are some of your popular menu items here?
Well, a lot of people like our paninis. We've got a large lunch crowd here. The Orchard panini is very popular. That's one of our kind of signature paninis. We do incorporate the apples that the Taylors grow on their farm as part of that sandwich. A lot of people like the crab cake sandwich. A lot of people like the soups that we do. All the soups we do here are homemade. They're all done with, again, vegetables that we get, you know, from local farmers or from the farm that we currently own.
That's actually what I ate was the Orchard panini, and it was amazing. I mean, like, she asked me if I was going to breathe or not. I kind of scarfed it. So, Chef Sean, how do you find your produce? Is it mostly from the Taylor farms, or not just produce, but meats and everything else? Or are there farms from all locally here to Inwood, or do you go all over West Virginia and Maryland?
We try to keep as local as we possibly can. I mean, like my tomatoes are Virginia vine ripened tomatoes. So they come from mostly Loudoun County. I've got a lot of the produce that we have, the peaches and the apples do come from our farm. A lot of the stuff you have to source out. There's not a whole lot of that whole farm to table movement in this area. it's very difficult on somebody trying to run a business just because of the lack of variety that people do produce. So when you got a bunch of guys around you that grow soybean and corn and it's all for cattle, you know, it's hard to really find that variety. So, you know, Mount Firefly in Maryland produces a lot of the cheese that I like, the goat cheese, and Trickling Springs Creamery does all of our Colby. They do a lot of smoked cheddars. They do a lot of, all of our ice cream is from them, heavy creams, milks, dairy products, things like that. So we've got some, Cedar Ridge is our hydroponic group. They're right out of Martinsburg. So we try to stay as close to home as we possibly can. If it's not something that we're producing, it's something that we'll try to source out to the next guy that's as local as we can possibly get.
Close as possible.
Pass the buck along.
So you're telling me you can't make a restaurant based just on edamame? That's kind of
Probably
tough.
not. Definitely not in this area. So. Our beef actually comes from the county over. So, you know, all our beef that we use is all, you know, locally raised beef.
Locally sourced, yeah,
Great.
that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, Chef Sean, thanks for coming on. And I mean, if you guys get a chance, come down here, try the food. It is absolutely delicious. This guy does a great job.
Definitely.
I appreciate
So we
it.
definitely recommend it. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks, guys. Nice
Thanks,
having
buddy.
you.
Absolutely. This is clearly a small town that loves their events. There's something going on all the time. A chili cook-off, bike night, book and chocolate festival, Odd Fest, and their big annual event, the Apple Harvest Festival. It feels like there's something new every weekend.
After a fantastic lunch, we needed to get some exercise. There's so much to do in Berkeley County. We settled on a short hike and some frisbee golf at Poorhouse Farm Park. As we were getting ready to leave, we found a rodeo and just had to stop and watch. This is the kind of thing you just can't find in a big city.
What's up, guys? We're here with Joan Delonzo at Henry Arena at Poorhouse Park. She's going to talk to us about barrel racing. Hi, Joan. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
So what's your guy's name here?
Twisto.
Twisto. Hi, Twisto. He's a pretty boy.
Yes, he is.
So what kind of events do you run here at the arena?
I do barrel racing and sometimes pole bending.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
Can you describe to us what barrel racing and pole bending is?
Okay, barrel racing is where you run your horse as fast as you can around 3 barrels in a cloverleaf pattern.
Awesome.
So it's basically you against the clock.
What's an average time versus a good time?
Here, the good times are usually in the 15, 16 second range. Average more in the 17 up to 18, and then I'm still learning, so I'm more in the 19, 20 kind of level, but we're getting there.
That's awesome.
How often do you run the events here?
Probably they have events here a couple times a month. I try to get to when I can.
Okay.
Nice. And is that year round, or is it just in the spring?
Mainly
and
in the good weather. In the winter, it's a little tough to maintain the arena surface in a
Sure.
safe manner.
Sure. Is this all donated? I mean, how does this function? Is there an organization, a 4-H of sorts?
Well, this event is put on by an organization called the National Barrel Horse Association, and it's the West Virginia chapter.
Awesome.
And so they put this one on. There are other groups that put other events on.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice. And you're from here? You're from the local area? Everybody here is pretty much?
Yeah, I live in Charlestown, so it's just down the road, not too far. And people come from, we've had people come from Pennsylvania, Virginia, you know, because where we are, we're kind of sitting right in the middle, right off the highway, so it's really easy access for lots of people.
Yeah,
Great.
that's great.
It's great. Well, it's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I had me on the edge of my seat. I thought a couple people were going to fall off.
It does happen.
Gasping for air. Well, anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. Joan, thank you very much, and good luck on your barrel racing career.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks again.
So after a wonderful day in Berkeley County, it was time to satisfy my sweet tooth. And we heard the best place to do that is Everything Cheesecake.
Hey guys, we're back. And now we have found ourselves at the best cheesecake establishment in Martinsburg. It's called Everything Cheesecake. And we have the proprietor, Aaron Gibbons, here to give us a little insight on how they do it. Mr. Gibbons, thanks for having us, and thanks for the cheesecake. It looks delicious.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hope you enjoy it. You have caramel macchiato sitting in front of you, and you have Reese's peanut butter cup cheesecake sitting in front of you. So you guys will definitely enjoy those.
Yeah. Before we dig in, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a 12-year veteran for Martinsburg City Police Department. Back in 2010, 2011, actually the way this all started was my wife wanted to bring something to a Christmas party for my family. She started reading around a little bit tried a few different things. We tried a New York cheesecake, just a plain New York cheesecake with some strawberries and some fruit on top of it. Brought it to one of the parties, and I have a very large family in the local area, and they went nuts over it. I mean, it was great. They wanted it for the next party and the next party and all the birthdays, everything. Started making birthday cakes out of it. We started getting better. We started changing things around a little bit in the kitchen, trying to get the consistency. We're not real huge cheesecake fans, but we knew that there was something really big here. So we changed up the consistency. If you've tried cheesecake and you're not really big on cheesecake, you have to try this cheesecake because this is completely different, different texture, and it'll really bring the world out. And we put so much into each and every flavor that we do, you'll really notice it when you try it.
I noticed that you have a lot of unique flavors. Tell us a little bit about what you offer here.
We have well over 100 flavors. It depends, it's very seasonal. So if it's in spring, that's when we start bringing out all of our berries, blueberry, lemon blueberry, we have lemon lime, we do blueberry muffins. That's not getting into the pie flavors. Once it starts getting cooler, like this time of year in the fall, we have our caramel macchiatos, we have all of our pies, pecan pies, chocolate mochas, things like that. Here, once we get closer to Christmas, we'll have our white chocolate candy canes.
Wow.
Pumpkin. We have pumpkin right now, but we'll keep pumpkin throughout the cold months. So if you get on our Facebook page, you'll see all of our flavors, and we post it every single day, so you won't miss out. Just keep an eye out for whatever flavor you want. The biggest sellers that we have is the New York with strawberries or cherries, the peanut butter, and the salted caramel. We make those and we keep them on stock every single day because those are our heavy hitters.
All right, so we're about to try these, and I'm so excited. Been waiting this whole interview. I mean, this guy talked forever, right? But I do want you to talk a little more before we leave and try these. Do you guys do any community outreach programs? I mean, how do you get the word out there, and what have you done to develop yourself here?
Well, especially being a police officer, it's been very exciting. I love my job. I've been there for almost 12 years now, and we've initiated a few programs kind of incorporating the Cheesecake shop and being a police officer at the same time. How is it? Is it good?
Oh my God. I'm telling the camera what's going on.
Gotcha.
They know for sure.
Throughout the years, we've tried a few different things. One of the best things that we did was about 3 years ago. Wanted to incorporate some of the kids in the area. We were looking at a couple of the schools, the smaller Burke Street Elementary School, and we didn't want to get a whole bunch of people in here, but we wanted to do something as far as the community outreach programs. And so we were messing around and we thought, well, we have a kitchen. Let's play around with maybe bring some kids in, have a couple of us in uniform, and we'll sit there and do something with the police officers and the kids. So we came up with the idea of Cookies with Cops, and that's usually just before Christmas. I think last year we did it at the Boys and Girls Club, but we do bring in the kids from like the Boys and Girls Club and some of the other local facilities. We'll bring them into the shop. We'll shut everything down. We'll bring in 5-6 police officers in here, and we had Walmart, Target, we had all kinds of different places donate cookie supplies and stuff like that. First year we actually went into the kitchen and baked cookies. Disaster. We made a huge mess. We had stuff everywhere, and we said, oh my gosh. So we had to kind of change it around a little bit to where we set up all the tables, decorate. We have Santa come in. We let them decorate all the cookies and stuff like that, and they had a really good time. Hopefully it's something that they'll never forget,
This guy's a great guy. I mean, and his cheesecake is phenomenal. Amazing. So don't wait, don't hesitate, get over here now. I mean, if you're visiting or you're local, you got to eat this. You have to.
Another really exciting part about being a police officer and kind of a local business owner is they kind of intertwine with each other. So, I can be on a call, and while I'm on that call, somehow, some way, somebody's going to mention cheesecake. It doesn't matter what the call is. Somebody's going to bring it up, and they'll ask me if, even though I'm in uniform and I just came with my lights and sirens on, they want to know if I brought cheesecake. And we do, while I'm not here, somebody will walk in and say, "Where's Gibbons? Where's Gibbons? I got to talk to him." And they'll get a number and stuff, and, you know, somebody will have an issue, and they know where to find me, and even if it's just passing in the street, I'll stop and talk to them.
And they say that the best community policing is from those within the community rather than from without. So I mean, I think what you're doing is great here, and I'm really happy we met.
Well, I appreciate that. Watch that cheesecake,
us.
and I hope you guys enjoy that cheesecake. And if you haven't been in here yet, you've got to try this.
Come on in.
Yeah. Thanks again. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Berkeley County in West Virginia was more than we ever expected. The food, the people, and their hospitality blew us away.
We hope you enjoyed getting lost with us, and we encourage you to follow the road less traveled. We'll see you soon.